points in the game.
Today, a game that makes this sport what it is, a rivalry game. For many schools and fans, it's days like today that can set your feelings about your school allegiance and provide a sense of accomplishment or dread for a very long time. Welcome everyone to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on a team from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Gamecocks will put total weather to crank us up. Fielded in the end zone. It's Culliver. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Tar Heels offense will have first crack at this one. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing. Sometimes it just gets away. Sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Bob.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the...
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17. Great place to start for this offense. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Tight end finds a soft spot. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Gives it on the option. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Well, that's just tough, hard-nosed running. You need 1 yard to get, let the running back figure it out.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Touchdown, Gamecock. Fit it in the window for the score. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. He'll try the left side. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on third down here. Lopez to pass. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
Third down, the focus of the defense has to shift. It has to change. We have to understand now exactly where the sticks are. We can't give up those plays for them to get beyond the sticks and get those first downs.
Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. They'll run play action. Caught in the backfield. It's Gauze. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Send the tight end in motion. From the gun, the ground game. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Sends it back in motion. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Tar Heels will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Got a man. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Makes the catch. It's Bennett. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Back to pass. That one comes out hot down the right side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them. And I bet you we'll plan to see a few more throughout this game.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown in the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Goss. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Lopez wants to fire. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on 1st down. Using the quick game. Guided out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 14.
I'll tell you, I know they're losing the game. It's only the first half, but this offense, obviously, they've spent some time practicing 2-minute throughout the week. You can see they're really in rhythm, they're really in focus, and they're attacking the right areas of the field in order to try to maintain as much clock.
Touchdown, UNC! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And I love it. Trust your passing game. Trust your quarterback because you know he can execute. You have confidence in him, and that is the way you finish a first half. And now you got a chance to tie this football game up.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he makes the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. On the run from inside his own 5. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these 2 programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been a very evenly played game. Fascinating to see how the rest of this one plays out. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
We're all locked up here in the 3rd quarter as he's set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Back to pass, it's Sellers. They'll throw it to the back on the screen.
Sometimes the timing of the screenplay, it takes a little bit of time to get some depth and a little bit of acting by the quarterback and the running back. Well, they didn't win an Oscar. Let's put it that way. Not good acting. That play went nowhere. The screen pass was not successful.
Balls and fired complete. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple. Behind the chains now on second and long. Wants to go up top. Got it set up on the outside. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. The run up the middle, looking for the score. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Makes the catch. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down.
And sometimes I think there are decisions, and you got to make the tough decisions, and that's your job. That's why you get paid the big bucks, but I'm taking the lead. I'm kicking the field goal. I'm taking no chances.
So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to... Oh, what a call. It's a fake. The kicker wants to throw it. Boy, you look smart when it works out, but when it goes awry, you are left to second-guess yourself. Time for the offense to try to put together a fourth-quarter drive to break a tie. Lopez to pass. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Here's a heat. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And how about the inside linebacker flying through there. You see those guys come up, and you see how fast they can come up and fit the run. But how about blitzing the quarterback, getting to the quarterback, getting the big sack?
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The clock has stopped for the timeout, and we have reached the final 2 minutes in this one. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Under fire. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. The Tar Heels will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Slips through the line. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. From the 30-yard line on 1st down, they'll ride the hot hand. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The give to the back. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
You got to call the game to win it right now. Less than a minute to go. A field goal is going to do it for you. Every time you drop back and throw the ball, you're risking taking a sack. So if you're going to throw it, the ball's got to come out quickly. But I think at this juncture, you'd love to be able to run and give your field goal kicker a chance.
A little release to the back. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field. But you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your 2nd and 3rd read some, but we've got to stay aggressive.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Looking for a crease. It's Hall. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. 4 quarters, not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. I'm finding out which of these 2 teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. catch in the... Johnson. Touchdown, North Carolina! And they're on top here in overtime. The defense just lost track of him. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
Now to push the lead to 7 in overtime. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. To throw, it's Sellers. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Gamecocks! They got the score now to see if they go for the win or the tie.
Man, what a response. You just gave up 7 on the other side of the field. Every reason to get dejected. Oh, man. But they come out and they respond and they score on the first play. And now, Jesse, down by 1, what do you do?
And they made it look easy too, David, and you got to wonder about this defense and how much they have left in the tank. Because of that, maybe if you're on offense, you just decide to end this thing right here. You scored so easily, maybe you could do the same on a 2-point play.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. They'll try the left side. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Soft spot in the middle. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating too.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. To the air, it's Sellers. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Blasted as he lets it go. Touchdown, South Carolina! Got it in to take the lead here in the 2nd OT. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Second overtime, and they'll have to go for 2. Snapped it in the shotgun. They got it. Executed beautifully, and the lead is 8 in double overtime. Now on 1st down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Looking downfield on 1st down. Looking for the end zone. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle. It's Green. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find...
Touchdown, Tar Heels! With that, now a 2-point conversion away from triple overtime.
I think the quarterback showed his head coach a lot on that last touchdown pass, the poise and the confidence. And because of that, David, on this upcoming 2-point play, you might just put it back into his hands and let him go win it for him.
Yeah, man, I need it again, right? Like these rules, I got to go for 2. This is a clutch moment. Obviously, got to come up big. Do you trust him again? You worked on these 2-point plays all year long, all week long. That's what you do. You know the rules. Now you got to go execute.
After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. And they've got to get it in on the 2-point try to force a 3rd overtime. Lopez wants to fire. They cannot convert. A defensive stop will end it in a 2-point victory in overtime. My pulse rate is still through the roof on this game. I would have called that one for free. Wait, I don't want to get carried away there, but it was a really fun game and a great win.
It really was. I know we're all up here, we're bouncing around, we're excited after having seen what we just saw. What a great win for this team to go out and do it in overtime. That's the type of game that fans are going to be talking about for a long time.
Free. Yeah, right. If you know Reese Davis, that is not happening, but we got a free game that was awesome, back and forth, nip and tuck, and bonus time. You got some free overtime play in that one.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.